Welcome back to possibly the season finale of this PSG career mode in the GloryHunter, where we are going to look to win not only Ligue 1, which we are 13 points ahead, but also the Coupe Nationale, which we are in the semifinals against I'm not even going to try to say that, AC, and then Marseille and Metz in the other semifinal. We are also in the Champions League quarterfinals, where the first leg we beat Bayern Munich 4-1. In the first leg, we're going to go ahead and quick sim the second leg, find out our semifinal opponents, play them, and see how we do from there. Second leg here against Bayern Munich, it's a 1-1 draw. We have Atletico Madrid in the semifinals of the Champions League. The first leg against Atletico Madrid, and I'm going to go ahead and simulate through the first leg, see if it gives us a better competition. Maybe play a second leg and actually have to play the second leg. We'll simulate through this. We'll jump in if need be to rescue if need be. But honestly, I have a feeling we're not. Messi makes it 1-0, 30 minutes in. Messi with the brace in the 37th minute now. Atletico Madrid get one back quickly in the second half. But Mbappe gets the second goal gap back. It's 3-1 now. And Saliba on for Messi makes it 4. They make it 4-2. It's going to be an interesting second leg here. And it's a 4-2 victory in the first leg. It's going to be an interesting second leg here against Atletico Madrid. Second leg, we are going to go ahead and simulate through it again. We'll jump in if need be, but being us up 4-2, I doubt we will have to. It should be a relatively easy trip to the final of the Champions League. Joao Felix makes it 4-3 on aggregate. But Renato Sanchez restores that 2-goal lead. It's now 5-3 on aggregate. Mbappe might have just put the screw in the coffin. It's 6-3 on aggregate. And Mbappe to put the cherry on top. We are going to the Champions League final. A 3-1 win on the day, a 7-3 win on aggregate. We're into the final of the Champions League where we face off. Wait, I just realized Leverkusen knocked out Barcelona, but Juventus knocked off Leverkusen. It's PSG versus Juventus in the final of the Champions League. But before that, we have to fight in the Coupe Nationale semifinals. Semifinals of the Coupe Nationale. We are going to go ahead and play the attack-only highlights of this. This should be a relatively easy game for us once again. Who's on the ball? Declan Rice. Why is Declan Rice always out on the wings? Declan Rice in for Neymar. It's a heavy pass. Verts will find Messi, who finds Mbappe, who finds the back end, and then it's 1-0. If I would have played this whole game, we could have probably won this 10-0. I can't lie. It's Messi now against Torrejo. Mbappe's making a run. We're going to hold it up for him. We're going to just send the ball into space. Mbappe's always going to be able to catch up to that. And he finds the back end net. Once again, it's a brace. It's a 2-0 lead. And it's 2-1. It's a penalty. Why is Neymar on the penalty? I'm not waiting here for his run-up. I can't lie. He is not taking the penalty. His run-up is way too long for me. Messi's penalty is only 71. That's crazy. Messi to make it 3. It is 3. Rice quickly into Verts. Now Messi into Mbappe on a hat-trick. Gets his hat-trick. It's 4-1. Neymar to whip across it. Messi to head it in. It's over the bar. Florian Verts out wide for Neymar beautifully. But he's going to send Mbappe into space. And Mbappe is going to find Messi. First time finish. Just wide. It's a 4-1 win. We're into the finals of the Coupe Nationale. We are at the end of the game, of the final game of the season, in which we should be lifting the trophy. It isn't a away game, so honestly, I have my doubts that we lift it. Probably missed it. Probably should have played the last home game. But I'm hoping we are going to lift the trophy. Because we have won the league, and we've won it nearly by almost 20 points. It was a 2-1 win on the day. I just simmed through. I didn't play it at all. Just for the trophy celebrations. And that's the Ligue 1 completely done and dealt with for us. And we will get to lift that trophy. It's going to be Marquinhos of all players to lift said trophy. Our first trophy in the GloryHunter career mode. And it comes just in Season 2 with PSG. We can win the treble as well. We're in the Champions League final and the Coupe Nationale final as well. Champions League final against Juventus. Chiesa, Vlahovic, Kulusevski, Odegaard, Havertz, Zakaria, Acuna, Bremer, Torres, Danilo, Szczesny. Messi's last chance to get a European trophy. Let's get into it. Let's go. Champions League final. PSG versus Juventus. Havertz, shot blocked. Clear, not fully clear. Throws Vlahovic, Havertz. Donnarumma was scrambling. Kulusevski now. Danilo. Vlahovic. Vlahovic into Danilo. Danilo. Kulusevski, shot saved. Donnarumma. We keep it in somehow, and it's a mistake, and it's been back in the net for Juventus. If I would let that go for a corner, they probably wouldn't have scored from said corner. But they scored from that mistake, and it's 1-0 for Juventus. Neymar whips a cross in. Declan Rice headed in. It's over the bar. Vlahovic trying to double the lead right before the break. Now Odegaard, shot saved by Donnarumma. We going to halftime down 1-0. Renato Sanchez in for Mbappe. The defender reads it. Mbappe gets it back. Declan Rice now into Neymar. He's in. Neymar gets his shot off. It's another save by Szczesny. Sanchez, Mbappe, Messi, Wirtz. Wirtz, you have to go. Wirtz is going. Florian Wirtz. He's going to be the one to equalize. He is. It's 1-1. And PSG are right back into it. 18 minutes left to go. Can get up the field, which they are doing, which they really are doing. This would be flipping Sal. My fuck. Juventus win the Champions League. They knock off PSG. It's a last second winner from Vlahovic. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. We lose the Champions League final to Juventus. Now the Coupe Nationale final against Marseille. They have Griezmann, they have Guendouzi, Alcázar, Suarez. But we have Neymar, we have Mbappe, we have our tiring and old Messi, who's still able to get the job done, just not in the Champions League final. But let's get into it. Trying to win the Coupe Nationale, at least get out of France forever. Neymar whips across in, Messi to head it, no. Hernandez to win the second ball. Here to volley it in, but fall to Mbappe. Then find Renato blocked. Wirtz can't get a shot off. Renato can't get a shot off. Halftime 0-0. Nuno Mendes intercepted. It's a good ball in. Donnarumma's coming out, but he didn't gather it. Marquinhos, thankfully, he was there. Messi gets the shot off and finds the back of the net. And PSG have the lead. It took us 62 minutes. But we finally break through against this Marseille team. And it's 1-0. Holding it up for Mbappe. Onside, obviously. And he's through. Nobody else to catch up with him. And Mbappe might have just sealed the deal. It's a 2-0 lead. It's Messi with an assist. It's Mbappe with the goal. Is that a penalty? How are you giving that a penalty? That's an outrageous decision for a penalty against Marquinhos. He goes in for the ball. His back foot catches him. And this might be Marseille's way back into the game. Griezmann scores. It's 2-1. 16 minutes left. Mbappe now. Mbappe in for Neymar. Neymar is going. He could put the cherry on top. It's Neymar. It's 3-0. 3-1. And that's PSG win the Coupe Nationale. We at least get the double for this season, not the treble. And that's game over. A 3-1 win to win the Coupe Nationale. It goes to PSG. And we at least end the season on a good note after losing that Champions League final. And Marquinhos will lift the trophy. Trophy number 2 of our career in the Glory Hunter, and trophy number 2 of the season. And it's with PSG, but it's time for us to move on. But before we move on, we have the Euros 2024 with Portugal to try and win that with one more time with Ronaldo. I will see y'all there, but until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.